Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Horath and this is a channel update, and I've decided to change the format for these channel updates. This is the channel update for December 2016. I did a lot of these channel updates back when I was, back when this channel was way smaller. Nowadays I sort of, every time I think, yeah, you should do a channel update, I also think that I should do more content, and content nearly always wins. So I want to try to bring this into more of a regular sort of schedule, regular routine. And for short-term updates like no episode of X, Y, Z today, or look at this, or do that, or I'm streaming, or whatever, please follow me on Twitter. There's going to be a link in the channel description. And I think I can also use these newly fangled cards things or something. That might be on this part of the screen, up there, in that corner, in the upper right corner, where you can click on it and follow an external link to my Twitter account. Follow me over there. I promise I will be very cautious with what I share with my followers and all that. I try not to fill your feed with stupid nonsense cat pictures or whatever, what have you. I try to use that for public servants announcements mainly. So that's one change. The other change is sort of inside this format. We're gonna have the first rather short part where I try to sort of condense the things that are going on in the channel and that might be interesting for you to know if you're sort of interested in the going-ons of the channel, and try to keep these short and sort of quick, so that you don't lose too much time. It's just going to be a couple of minutes, and then you know what's coming up, what's going on. And then the second part of these videos will sort of be sort of a video log style, basically what's been up with me in the past month, what I'm doing, how my life is shaping up as a YouTuber, what I'm trying to do to improve in terms of getting better at YouTubing, all that kind of stuff that might not have any immediate application for you as a viewer, but that you can that I maybe want to share and that you might be interested in. The game in the background is Elite Dangerous, a game that's dear to my heart. You can see me mining. I'm mining for some bromellite to unlock an engineer to sort of mod my ships. I'm still in my Imperial cutter, and I'm mining these ice asteroids. It doesn't really lend itself very well to Let's Play, but I would like to give it a little bit of space on this channel, and I think these updates are maybe the way to go, so that you have something to look at other than my face if you get tired of that. So before we go into the first part of this channel update, and please let me know what you think of the new format in the comments. That would be very much appreciated. I'm still trying to figure this out. Before I do that, I want to welcome my new subscribers. We had a huge influx in this month. November has been the best month for the channel ever. 434 new subscribers have subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for being here. If you just subscribed today, maybe, or if you've been a subscriber for a long time, I'm really happy that you're here. Thank you for sort of giving me the confidence and being interested in the stuff that I produce. I'll try my utmost to bring you the quality and the content that you subscribed for, and to improve that. I'm really working hard on that, and I'm nothing if not persistent. If you are unsatisfied with something, please let me know, and if you're happy with stuff, you can let me know as well. That always makes my day if I get a friendly comment, and I'm getting quite a few of them, so I might be a bit spoiled in that regard. I wonder when the horrible YouTube comments will actually start that I hear so much about. My comments are really nice. I guess that's just one of the perks of having a small channel. So I've taken notes so that I don't waste your time, and we're just gonna go for the important stuff in the short version. Streaming, it's not gonna happen in 2016, but I am preparing stuff for 2017. I have been buying a bunch of stuff, like for example this really cool Viking helmet that is gonna be used for streams of sort of Viking-related games like Expeditions, Viking. I can also use that for stuff that just has facecam on it on YouTube. But I bought it also in with streaming in view. I think it looks rather fashionable. I really like how it looks. It's gonna mess up my hair, but oh well. So I've been preparing that one. I also got a fancy fancy Napoleon hat for sort of strategy streams. If you find any good hats that I can order internationally, just keep in mind that I live in Germany. I can order from the UK Amazon. I can even order from Amazon.com, but then I might have to go to the what's that? Toll, German tax and toll services, and to try and get that one released. Man, that messed my hair up real good. So I got that, and I also got a new webcam. I finally pulled the trigger on the Razer Stargazer. You can see my green screen flipping out because I have something that's green over here on the edges. It desperately wants to cut it out. And I desperately want to get rid of the green screen because it is a bit annoying having to set it up and doing the chroma key and all that. And this camera is actually able to get rid of the background by sort of dynamic background removal. It has a fancy Intel chip in there and some new technology that can do that. Now, the Amazon reviews sort of say that it is rather fickle. So let's hope that it works for me. Holy cow, I ran that asteroid. That can happen if you're mining and not controlling your speed. It is a little bit fickle, but for those people that it does work for, these guys are pretty happy. So I'll try to set it up, and then we'll see the results. I really would like to get rid of the green screen, and so that's one thing. It hasn't happened yet with the streaming so far. One, because I'm preparing it and I needed the equipment, but also because of difficulty scheduling the whole thing. I just have no idea where I should put it. I had a lot of releases come out as well in the last couple of weeks, and I just didn't have the time to actually make it happen. But in 2017 it has to be a thing, so I'm gonna try to do that. So fear not. Other stuff. Schedule. In terms of schedule, I'm gonna end the RimWorld series and the CK2 series, and I'm gonna bring them back as well. So they're gonna be like phoenixes. They're gonna burn, and then they're gonna rise from the ashes. The RimWorld series, the Darkmoon Slavers, has sort of fizzled out for me because I basically did with the series what I wanted to do. I wanted to test if I could actually survive under the most harsh conditions possible, and that scenario was nasty. Permanent eclipse, permanent thunderstorms, some sort of atmospheric dust and nuclear fallout, all that nonsense was all there. It could basically not do anything on the outside. And I managed to survive, I managed to build a colony, and now it's just like every other RimWorld Let's Play where you can try to go for the spaceship and flee from the planet. And I sort of lost interest, and it also got pushed back by sort of new stuff that had to be done, and I think I'm going to end that. And it's going to return with Alpha 16, which is shaping up to be great. The new Alpha for RimWorld. We'll try to do a series with that one. So that's a thing. And the Crusader Kings 2 series, I was never happy with that really, because when I started playing it, I hadn't played CK2 for quite a while. And then I played it for the series, and I played another game on the side, sort of trying to learn stuff by playing Holmgard. So basically Rurik, future, or the ancestor of the Russians. And yeah, I could do that series so much better, especially if you keep in mind that I started the series with a face cam, and now I could do this face cam, which would make it way more interesting. And the resolution of the game was also not right. I had some sort of difficulty getting it to run on my monitor properly. I had some very weird monitor glitches with that one. I'm not sure if it's my setup or if it's the game. But I ended up recording the first couple of episodes in 1440p, which makes the font really small, and it doesn't have a scale interface option like Stellaris does, for example. So, and I think that might put off a bunch of people, and that series wasn't really all that successful on the channel. So I'd like to sort of redo it, or do a new one that is very similar. So that one is going to come to an end as well, but it's going to come back. Other stuff in the schedule. There are not too many more games coming up in December. We might get that new DLC for Hearts of Iron 4. That might be a thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to cover that. I might. But I'm also sort of preparing to take a week off over Christmas, so I'm pre-recording stuff, maybe even 2 weeks if I feel fancy. So I'm trying to pre-record stuff and starting a new series. Then I have a lot of catching up to do. I might just do that in January instead. Other than that DLC, there's not much coming out in December, so I'll try to wrap things up. We might do some Let's Tries. I still haven't played Eisenwald, Blood of November, even though I sort of drew attention to their Kickstarter campaign and all that with a video. So that might be coming up, but I mainly try to play the current series, and I'm really happy with the current series so far. Tyranny is Obsidian at their best. I'm really enjoying my time with that game. And Stellaris has taken a very interesting turn. You'll see what I mean. I've been recording a lot of Stellaris in the last week, and European Universalis 4 also pleases me a lot. I'm playing as the Emperor of the HRE now, and it's really difficult bringing the HRE back to its full strength while sort of conquering enough, burning down my aggressive expansion, dealing with the electors. I like it. It's interesting. I have so many coalitions now that a huge coalition that I have to sort of manage by breaking people out of there and putting them on different truce timers, then always attacking when they are out of the truce time. I know that. I really enjoy that sort of thinking on my feet. So that's going to continue. These series, I'm currently busy recording them. The Stellaris multiplayer that I wanted to do for the 1,000 subscribers, that's going to happen in early 2017. I wanted to wait for the Leviathans DLC, and I'm still waiting for them to iron some of the kinks out of this new version. I encountered a very nasty bug in my Let's Play where even if you go for open borders, if you force open borders in a peace treaty and you force that against a rival, they are not going to open the borders, even they are contractually obligated to do so because they are their rival and borders are closed for rivals. So that ended up in a very salty episode. I want to wait until that is all ironed out, and then I'm sort of going to do a grand announcement video. Might even throw in a prize or two for the winner of the Stellaris multiplayer event. Let's say maybe I can even get Paradox to do something for this. We'll see, but I haven't forgotten. It's gonna happen. And it's gonna happen soon, TM. And that's about the important stuff that's coming. Right, and now it's still gonna be channel related, but it's gonna sort of be a little bit more rambly. So if you just wanna tune out, thank you for watching this channel update, and I hope I see you in one of my other series. Right, so in terms of the stuff that I'm doing, I'm working on my voice. Some of you might know that I'm taking voice training lessons. I've been taking about 20 lessons now, 20 sessions, and doing the Expeditions Viking series sort of has given me a taste for doing different voices. So I'm redirecting the focus of that one now to actually help me imitate better voices, make those better and less straining for my voice. I initially started the voice training because I was sort of feeling the strain of recording a lot, and I had never had any form of voice training. If you start to sing, people will tell you how to use your voice without hurting it. At least if they are good voice trainers and good singing trainers, they will do that. but I had never had any experience in that. So I did a lot of things wrong, and that resulted in some throat pain and stuff at the end of the week when I was done recording. So I decided to go for that, and it has sort of moved on from trying to have no more pain to sort of finding out what I can actually do with the voice. And it's surprising what you can do if you know how to do it. The voice can sound a lot better if you sort of have a bunch of things in mind, and you can do a lot to maintain the voice if you do stuff correctly. I learned a bunch, and I'm not at the end of learning stuff. And 2017 is going to be an amazing year for role-playing games. We're going to have Kingdom Come Deliverance come out. We're going to have Mount and Blade Bannerlord come out. Knock on wood that it's actually going to happen. Let's hope so. And what else is going to come out? Yeah, Expeditions Viking, of course. So that's 3 role-playing games that have to happen on the channel. And I do sort of have to follow a bit of a learning curve in terms of doing RPG Let's Plays. I've been doing a lot of strategy Let's Plays, not that many RPG Let's Plays. I mean, you could count Mount and Blade, but is it really? I don't know. I did Fallout 4, which I sadly I didn't really enjoy Fallout 4 because it was hardly an RPG anymore. It didn't have any choice in the dialogues. All you could do was basically kill and look at the content that they made, or build your own settlement. I really wasn't enjoying that, but I just went in it with the wrong expectations of it being sort of a proper role-playing game, and I set out as a pacifist, and that went hilariously wrong, to the point where I just ended it because I couldn't take it anymore. But I really enjoy doing RPGs, and especially stuff like Expedition Viking, so I should say more CRPGs, and I have to learn how to properly Let's Play them. I just don't have the experience. I recorded nearly 1,300 videos now, 1,300, and not that many have actually been RPGs, and I'm still finding out better ways to do stuff. I'm watching other Let's Players, and I will get the hang of this. I will get better at RPG Let's Playing. Maybe the trick is to edit some stuff out, maybe not read everything. It's very difficult to discern what's important and what's not important when you're playing a new game. It's a problem that I have with Tyranny quite a bit. I sort of have been trying to move out conversations, stuff that I have to read, that is not very important to the plot right now. I've tried to sort of outsource these into bonus episodes that you can watch if you want to get that extra bit of lore. But then sometimes something is actually important for the plot, or might be important for the plot, or whatever. So I'm always going back and forth between taking everything in or putting too much in the bonus episodes. It's a bit of a problem. If I knew how that game ended, how it went on, then I could sort of make these decisions. Like if I were to play, for example, Mass Effect, then I would definitely know what I should do just because I know that game well, or Skyrim, or what have you. So, but I'm going to learn how that works, and that's going to be good. I'm nothing if not persistent and even stubborn. I will learn how that works, and then it's going to be great. So I went over the streaming already. Went over the projects. I'm still working on my editing stuff. I did the tips for Tyranny, those 6 videos. It has been a real pain to capture all the gameplay footage that I needed to sort of show off my tips. That took me, it took me that whole week, scripting them, recording them, and then editing them together. And because they had to go out rather quickly, I couldn't really use them to improve my editing skills that much. I just did what I already knew, to put them together and bring them out as fast as possible. But I'm still working on the Europa Universalis 4 tutorials, and my plan is, I'm mainly in the scripting phase right now. I haven't started capturing the gameplay footage yet. But what I want to do with these is I want to do them in a very granular fashion, so that I have, let's say for example, one video that tells you how to get personal unions, how to maintain them, and all that sort of stuff. And if something changes, which it rather regularly does in EU4, not all of it, but some aspects of it, then I'll be able to sort of make an updated version of that video, send people towards that updated version, and sort of keep this sort of current series of tutorials up to date. And because I plan it, I'm planning to do that like that, I will be able to use those EU4 tutorial videos as a learning grounds for my editing skills as well. So that is definitely something that I'm still working on and that I'm getting better at. So other than that, the voice imitations I already talked about. One thing that I learned when I was sort of starting to recognize how much you can do with your voice is that it's not only the voice that determines the quality of the Let's Play, but I mean, yeah, I guess it's obvious, but I wouldn't say I'm an artist, but let's just say I'm a creator of things, of Let's Play videos, and just like the voice is sort of an instrument, the rest of me is an instrument as well. So what do I mean by that? If I have slept well, I record better episodes. If I exercise regularly, I record better episodes. So my focus for 2017 and for the last couple of weeks has actually been sort of trying to improve my physical and mental state as well as I can to produce better videos. And that is actually already paying off. I've sort of been exercising rather regularly, sleeping better, and I really feel the quality improvement in some of the new videos. I never thought about it, that whole thing in those terms before. But as I sort of started developing the voice is very dependent on how you feel and how you are. If you are very anxious, the voice is sort of gonna close. And you're gonna sound very different than if you're relaxed and if you did some warm up and stuff. So that's really interesting, sort of learning all that kind of stuff, and that I'm sure that'll pay off in the long run. Sort of finding all that kind of stuff out. Yeah, and then in terms of stats, November has been amazing. 434 new subscribers. We had 99,280 views in November. So we're just that little bit shy of breaking 100,000 views, which would have been great, but it's still an amazing month. Not all months are as great. I'm sure there will be months when I have less growth. But I'm still very, very happy, very thankful that stuff is paying off. If I just think back, I had 34 subs a year ago, and now I have 1,900. That's amazing. I couldn't be any happier. Right, so I'm gonna end this. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Why don't you? And tell me in the comments if you actually enjoy this kind of format, if it is better than the prior format, where I sort of did these things in a less scheduled way. If you have any questions, any stuff that you want to tell me, just leave it there or tweet at me on Twitter. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. Hope I see you in one of my series, and have a great December. Thanks. Bye bye.